Hey everybody, Dr. Knuckle here with eSleep Wellness, and I thought I would continue with things that you can use to try to make your sleep better if you have insomnia. Not like troubleshooting problems that may be instigators or triggers, but working with the sleep diary and trying to figure out how to make that better. So we already talked about setting a regular rising time and sticking to that every day and waking up at the same time every day. Something else that I want to introduce is called sleep efficiency. And I may have used the term before, but not really explained what it is. And essentially, it's a ratio of the time you're asleep to the time you're in bed. So the way that you would calculate your sleep efficiency is you would take the amount of time that you spent asleep in bed and divide it by how long you spent in bed. So if you slept for 6 hours, but you actually spent 8 hours in bed, then you would do 6 divided by 8, which is 0.75, which means that you have a sleep efficiency of 75%. So really, good sleepers have a 90% sleep efficiency. Your goal, if you have insomnia, would be really to be above 80%, but a lot of insomniacs have a sleep efficiency of 60%. So it's important to sort of see where you are and how your sleep efficiency is doing. And if you have ever heard of sleep restriction, which I don't really like that term because I feel like it's a little bit of a misnomer when you work with a sleep expert. It makes it sound like they restrict your sleep. But what they're doing is restricting the amount of time you have in bed. And so you could see how things could change where, let's say, you still got the same number of hours of sleep, 6, but if you change the denominator, which is the number on the bottom of the division equation, then it changes your sleep efficiency. So 6, if you say you spent only 7 hours in bed but got your 6 hours of sleep, it would be closer to 85% sleep efficiency. And so now that's really pretty good. 75% is could use a little work. So knowing what your sleep efficiency is will tell you a little bit of like how you're doing. And you can do it on a night by night basis, although it's probably better to look at it over the course of a week. So if you're doing the sleep diary, you get your average sleep duration. And if you remember how to do an average, you add up all the hours that you slept in a week. And then if it's a true week, then divide it by 7. And then that's your average sleep duration. And then you do the same amount, you do the same process in order to determine the time you spent in bed. So add up all the time you've spent in bed divided by 7 if you're calculating it for a week. And then that will give you your average time in bed. And then you divide sleep duration by time in bed. And that will give you your average sleep efficiency for the week. So that's a little bit about sleep efficiency. If you ever hear me talking about sleep efficiency, that's what I'm referring to. And that's how to also calculate it over the course of a week, and gives you a little bit of insight into what like sleep experts do in terms of not restricting your sleep, but restricting the time in bed, which improves your sleep efficiency. And we can get into how that matter or why that matters at another time. But let's just get started with learning about sleep efficiency. All right, that's the tip for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye guys.